So it looks like we are online again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first edition of my sound magazine online. It is a talk, it's a magazine on sound, on the contemporary sound culture, and I am involved, or I am doing sound since 1984, and when I started doing this, I had some reasons. So before I get into everything, so we are still struggling with the routines. So I checking the laptop and hearing sounds from the past now. So let me see how this works. It's next door. No, it's on my computer next door. So this is live, yes. So maybe we can. Could you please go to my laptop next door? No, it's not here. It's on my. Well, this is live, yeah, and it's the first time. So we are. You know, like if you do mistakes, dare to do mistakes. And if you do mistakes, you enjoy making mistakes, and better not only do one mistake, make as much mistakes as possible. So the experience of making mistakes is really has a value, right? And it's worth making mistakes, and it's important to make mistakes. And there's nothing wrong about making mistakes because you grow from that. What I consider being a problem is when you make mistakes and you deny something is going wrong, or if you're making a mistake and you say, no, it's a mistake, it's not a mistake, that's the way it's supposed to be, and it's obvious, because this somehow is the situation I feel, or I live, or we live in. Of course, it all depends on your perspective of things, how you perceive life and how you interpret life. And when I started to become let's say, I was a serious personality, I felt like ever since, but I never thought of myself being separated from the world, being a child, because I had the good luck. I lived in West Africa, I lived in the jungle, and there was no such thing like the Western civilization. Even we lived in the kind of enclave. My father was a mining engineer, but my life was somehow beautiful. I had my canoe, I had a river, and I used to wander around in the jungle, and I had a really good life. And this good life changed when I had to leave Liberia and I went to Germany to attend a boarding school. So I was about the age of 11, and when my life shifted at that time, wow, I was into trouble because I felt something is wrong with the outside world. And they told me, Jens, you are wrong. But I was somehow sure about myself. I said, no, I'm sorry. It is just your perspective that you think I am wrong. For me, I'm perfectly fine. Maybe you have a problem. And I can tell you. So I started my school career was very problematic, I would say. And I developed skills of killing people, just looking at them. You know, like these voodoo films of horror. I was very good unfolding my spiritual self-defense capacities. I didn't realize it at that time, but I did. And so later on, my feeling of living in resistance to these life around me as a kind of natural reaction, because I felt overwhelmed, I felt suppressed, I didn't feel being accepted, all that kind of stuff. So, and then luckily my life shifted and I turned towards to first of music, to playing guitar. First of all, I played the blues, because when your life is in pain, you play the blues. And later on, I switched to sound music. And yes, and it became my profession. And in 1984, I really made the decision that I'm not going to study the problems of life anymore. I'm going to study the solutions. And I found a lot of confusion in the words and in the way people communicated, and I believed so much in words and words that make sense and beautiful thoughts of people that made up their mind to contribute great stuff for people to inspire them. So I made some kind of, I divided the good from the, I divided the good, I picked up the goodies. And these days, for example, and now we come to the purpose of the Sound magazine. So this is not so much about telling about my life. This is the first edition. So maybe it is, well, not maybe, I feel I want to just share about my background, because when I come to really say the weird stuff, then you want to be, maybe you will ask yourself, why is Jens saying this weird stuff? And it comes from his background. You know, I heard the story when he was in the boarding school and okay? But more interesting is how I changed myself from becoming a punk in resistance into a constructive member of society, doing good to children, elderly, and to you and to me, and something like that. So the Sound magazine is about sharing news and sharing activities that support people who are working with sound, because it's a huge topic. There is different aspects and they are all so interesting. So this magazine is presenting some of the topics that I feel they are important to share. And I love books because good books, right? And so it's not only me figuring out how we can make the world becoming a better place. I'm not the only one. I know there are people out there did it before, and if you are looking or if you are participating, I'm very sure you belong to this group of people that I love so much, because you committed your life to sound music and spreading the good news, spreading the good vibrations as much as you can, and even considering doing it as a profession. Because this is so interesting that even a lot of problems occurring these days, like being involved in sound as a profession, is a good perspective. There was a study the other day from a Swiss banking company, because all their clients are afraid they're not going to earn any money anymore because the computers, the robots will take over their lives. Yes, they will take over your life if you have a very special kind of life. But if you are so they were researching if there's any profession that will sustain this collapsing of the structures. Yes, it is the wellness therapist, and particular the sound activist. This is a profession that has a future. So, and this magazine wants to, the idea is to point out some of the topics that are important. And for example, right now I am reading this fabulous book. So I want to show it right here so you can see it. Is Our Sonic Environment, the Soundscape, the Tuning of the World. It is by Murray, well, in Germany we say Schafer. I'm sorry for mixing up maybe the pronunciation, but you can see it in Schafer, Murray Schafer. He's from North America, and this is one of the greatest books on sound music. And I feel that everybody who is involved should read it. And for me, this was very nice and important, because it made me feeling not being the only one. And he's a great guy. The great Soundscape network is amazing activity. And it is exactly in alignment with the idea of integral sound work, which I'm promoting or making up. And I just want to, quote his first sentence. It's always I could cry when I read this. So he's saying, the soundscape of the world is changing. modern man is beginning to inhabit a world with an acoustic environment radically different from any he has hitherto known. These new sounds, which differ in quality and intensity from those of the past, have alerted many researchers to the dangers of an indiscriminate and imperialistic spread of more and larger sounds into every corner of man's life. Noise pollution is now a world problem. It would seem that the world soundscape has reached an apex of vulgarity in our time, and many experts have predicted universal deafness as the ultimate consequence unless the problem can be brought quickly under control. I particularly like unless the problem can be brought quickly under control. So I immediately will bring this problem under control by striking this singing ball. And the story of the singing ball, I will get back to it later, but let's get things under control. So in the integral sound work, whenever you want to bring things under control, and if you don't have a singing ball, you are lost. You will not be able to get things under control for your own energetic system. Other things work as well, of course, but let's start with the singing ball, which is the primary instrument of the integral sound work. And actually, now I jumped into the I jumped in my script here, right? So I mixed up the instrument of the month, mentioning the singing ball, but I am confused because I didn't bring things under control, which I'm going to do now. So I exhale, it's very important, and then when you exhale and you start to inhale, this is the moment, this is the proper moment to strike a singing bowl. And now when you have the sound of the bowl, is not only you hear it, you feel it. And this is, so make the sound becoming the reality of your physical sensing the vibration. So, and if this happens, exhale, inhale the sound, allow the vibration to guide you intuitively, then things are under control now again. Good luck for the magazine, have control again. So, however, Murray Schafer is an amazing book, and it explains very nicely why it is so important to create soundscapes that are not only reminding people, but offering resonances for individuals to be connected with themselves and being connected with with the universe, with the cosmos, whatever words you have there. So the sound magazine that now is online, usually it would be, there are things going on here as well. Well, it's so exciting. The sound magazine has a printed edition as well. And now this is a little hint to my regie, which is Kim. She's doing a great job, and now she heard a sound, and she didn't realize it come from one of the lights that went off, and ask for input. Don't worry, everything is under control. We stroke the ball according to the integral sound protocol, so everything is fine. And the sound magazine, which now is online, has a printed edition as well, and we have these. We put this out like every year, the last 6-7 years, and now for the first time, it's double. It's bilingual. It's German, holistische Kunst und visionäre Klangkultur, and in English, holistic art and visionary sound culture. And if you feel like you want to have this in your hand and you want to see all these exciting articles about integral sound work, emotional sounds, performance arts, neo-shamanism, drum competence, the story of Remo Belli, then astrosophy, living cosmos, and the magic continues in the New Healing Festival, sound work in China, tuning fork therapy, Global Sound Association. Well, the Global Sound Association is the network we are we are setting up. And if you are watching this magazine and you feel, wow, I want to be part of this, I want to be part of the Global Sound Association, because I feel, I've heard the Global Sound Association promotes the good vibrations to be spread all over the world, to make people happy again. Yes, let's be very simple. Let's make people happy with some nice sounds, harmonic sounds, emotionally sounds, and that's the way we promote the evolution in a different direction than this contemporary zeitgeist. Are you aware of the word zeitgeist? I realized there are some German words, they went straight into English. Beautiful words like Kindergarten. Another not so beautiful word like Blitzkrieg. I don't like Blitzkrieg, but Wanderlust. I liked Wanderlust. Kim, did you know there is an English word called Wanderlust, which I think very funny because we don't use this word in German. But Zeitgeist is a word I like to pick up. I like you to pick up. And the zeitgeist needs some attention. Well, and so, yes, the magazine is about creating a network and handing out interesting themes, and also giving space for some discussions. So you might ask questions on the way. If there's something you want to have some more information, just go on. And at a certain time, I will look at the chat, and if I see anything interesting, I hope there are interesting things. If there are no interesting things, well then I have to look at the reality of us doing things. So I don't know what, I will not go into this because it's Eastern time and it's spring, and we're going to unfold the official year, which is a Saturn year, and I'm going to speak about all these different topics of the sound work, but maybe I think before we go on, it's time to become a little bit more serious.
I held heaven in my hands. Oh no!
Hello, dear disciples of the sound, believers of the good vibrations. In today's Eastern Sunday, I want to read from the book of the Master, Hans Cousteau, The Cosmic Octave, The Origin of Harmony. And I would kindly ask you to take his word into your hearts and make these words becoming your reality. And next time we will meet, you will be maybe even be able to celebrate these words in pathos and saying. Here are the words of Hans. To be all one means to be one with all. To perceive the vibrations of the universe and to tune into these vibrations means to bring your life, or simply yourself, into harmony with the universe. So what I like very much about this quote is it speaks about that you bring yourself, your life into harmony. So it's not these fascistic things, I will bring your life into harmony. No, you have to bring your life into harmony yourself. So, very interesting. So, I go on. If the person, from Latin personare, which means to make sound and to sound through. So, a person is somebody who makes sound. Interesting. A person is somebody where sound vibrations are resonating through. Interesting. Very complex physics, by the way. So, if the person is in harmony with the cosmos, then the cosmos resonates in him. The cosmos finds its echo in the person. Wow! So, we can become the cosmos. We don't have to be little suppressed victims of whatever circumstances. We have the perspective to become as harmonious, as glorious, as spectacular as the cosmos. It's good news for Easter in 2021, isn't it? So, I have to repeat it, it's so great. If the person, from Latin personare, to make sound, to sound through, is in harmony with the cosmos, then the cosmos resonates in him, the cosmos finds its echo in the person. If one becomes aware of this, the consciousness has reached cosmic dimensions. Wow! Cosmic dimensions, and just by resonating the echoes of the vibrations of the universe, it's very healthy. I mean, I remember, and not only I remember, I have been part of these cosmic rising the consciousness to cosmic dimensions. I'll tell you one secret. I've met Timothy Leary. He was the first guy to, when he shook my hand, guess what I had in my hand? I was very grateful that Timothy Leary was my initiator. And we spent a lot of time. We played with the former band. We played a couple of times on Albert Hoffman's birthday party. And so I would say, yes, the integral sound work is completely aware of the culture, of the importance of psychedelic culture to bring an impact into society that will be able to overcome certain structures after 2,000 years, 2,500 years, no, 2,000 years. In Germany we say Roman Catholic suppression, but we will not get back to the nature, we will not go back in the caves or wherever, no, we will become one global culture, and we just have to overcome certain conditions, right? So, and the good news is that you don't have to repeat as well these very dangerous psychedelic concepts. They are only for the best of the best, and very, very strong characters would run through this initiation, right? And as it happened in the New Age music before, when you have commercialization of aspects of culture, usually they use the purpose, they use the value of its original impulse. We are having this in sound music as well, and in the process of the magazines, I will point out the difference between what I would say is quality and what is not quality. Well, or what is a mistake? Well, there are mistakes, yeah? If you want to drive to Hamburg and you drive to the direction Munich, then you will not reach in Hamburg because you got the wrong direction. So you made a mistake when originally you wanted to go to Hamburg. So you cannot say, oh no, there's no mistakes, all is one. Yes, at the end of all days, all will be one again. But this is not the end of the days. We have spring 2021 and we are challenged to raise the awareness of as many people as possible in order to create cosmic dimensions to overcome these situation that we are in. So yes, this was somehow the holy moly part. It was more like, I have the feeling I need to get it back under control again, because this was just too much excitement for a Sunday Easter. So let's get things back under control. Wonderful, so good. We have the sound to bring us back in our center. This is so simple, everybody can do this. Even if you miss the turnaround point of your breathing wave, it will still work. Cannot fail. It's beautiful sound. Okay, so I have a look in my script. Yes, we do have a script. We do have a plan. Of course we have a plan. What do you think? So I think the next plan, even the plan that's next, I somehow started it before, but my God, it's about jumping the topics, and as we have the options to get things under control anytime. So now I would like to present our chapter, which is called Yes, the instrument of the month is the singing bowl. Why is it the singing bowl? Because the singing bowl is the first instrument that brought the awareness into this area of holistic resonances. It was the instrument that probably mainly the hippies got it from India and brought it in here, and so many interesting stories on the singing bowl. But most interesting is that all these concepts of connecting a singing bowl with the concept of sound healing, it's a very contemporary concept. So it's not that like 4,000 years ago there were these holy people doing sound healing in the Himalaya. I'm very sorry to say this is scientifically not, you cannot prove that. It's more or less marketing, but it sounds great. I mean, we can easily imagine that people were doing this even if they didn't do it. So we have a name for that, mythosophy. Is where you can somehow give fake news a reality that make them accessible as if they were reality. But the singing bowl. So I want to share the one of the basic terrible mistakes I see people operating the singing bowl. Sometimes, oh my God, I think, why is it that bam, Eastern Sunday, Jens, stay positive, get things under control. So I want to share with you an excellent idea how to perform a singing bowl for the purpose of doing good for yourself. So the idea is that not the hand takes the mallet and strikes the singing bowl or even hit the singing bowl, and also is not hitting the singing bowl and also not the singing balls, is the bowl. It's all about the language. It's all about the vowels goer, okay? So the singing bowl. So the bowl and the mallet, they are meeting each other. So you're not striking it, but they would touch, they would meet each other, and from this meeting moment, the vibration starts. And if you want to use the singing bowl for creating your resonating environmental space that makes it easier for you to survive a moment of a crisis. It is even in the moment it starts vibrating and you are able to feel it in all of your cells. This is already the interesting part, right? You don't necessarily have to hear it. Of course, it's nice, and at a certain point you will always be hearing it, but when you hear it, it's like too late, because you are supposed to feel it before and allow this vibration with intuitive acting, the singing bowl to stimulate your, let's say, intuitive flowing in your intuitive resonance. Because one aspect of sound work is that it touches your unconscious emotions that usually people don't allow to access or to be part of their daily activity, because most people have a life where you're supposed to behave in a certain way, and when you feel a certain emotion, then you're not supposed to express it, right? Many people have that. Have you ever heard about anybody emotions needs to be released? So, but instead of emotions being released, let's integrate them. Let's become them part of your status quo, but in a way that you don't necessarily have to encounter them with a outbursting, like suppressed emotions. Now I let them all out. In the integral sound work, it's a gentle integration, very subtle way with the vibration. And the singing bowl, when it meets, so you see, it's not like this, but it's moving, and it starts a process, and starting this process creates a beautiful space. And the singing bowl is the primary instrument because it's so easy to do it, and it should be in every house, it should be all over. You should be doing it with your children, and every Sunday morning you go out in your garden and you do singing bowl dancing with your family, and you see your neighbors on the other side of the road doing it as well, and everywhere you come people are standing in front of their houses and unite in a singing bowl dance every Sunday morning. So shall it be. Wow. I love singing bowls. So, all these instruments have different stories where they come from. And in Germany, North Germany, I live in Hamburg, which is the north of Germany, and a little bit upper north. So I'm very sorry. Oh, I know that there are many good people around there working on sounds, and I've seen so many that, well, maybe they know why it is right, because it has been out there for a couple of years. North Germany is the world competence center for sound instrument building. Yes, German gongs in North Germany, and also singing bowls. So, and I have the luck to be around here, and I know most of them, or many of them, or even all of them. And the other day, I had a visit at my friend's space, Martin Blaise, one of the greatest sound instrument builders I've ever came across, and I would like to share you some impressions of my visit at his space not even 10 days ago.
Ich bin Martin Blaise, bin Silberschmiedemeister und ich habe diesen Beruf erlernt, im Grunde in der Tradition meiner Familie, und weil mich das immer fasziniert hat, wie in dem Silberschmiedeberuf das Handwerk und das Spirituelle zusammengehört. Eigentlich als Silberschmied ist der Klang für mich ja wie so eine Art neue Dimension der Gestaltung gewesen, oder als solches hat mich das mir gezeigt. Und ich komme ja eigentlich mehr von der optischen Gestaltung und von der haptischen. Das heißt, das muss auch immer schön anzufassen sein. Und das ist auch ein Unterschied, ob ich ein Stück Industrieblech in die Hand nehme oder ob ich ein gehämmertes Blech in die Hand nehme. Das fühlt sich einfach lebendiger an. Und dass das eben nicht nur die Oberfläche ist und was für die Finger, das ist also eine weite Entdeckungsreise, dass das eben sich auf den Klang auch auswirkt.
Oh, my friend Martin Blese. He's a wonderful personality, and he is, from all the sound instrument builders, I would say he is the one who put his mind the most into really spiritual concepts. Like the instruments he's doing, he is aware of the concepts of resonance in a way that is very unique, very special. So whenever you're able to travel to Germany, so we have the concept of the North German Gong Trail, die Norddeutsche Gongstraße. So yes, if you come to Germany, you're invited, and for sure you please pass around in Hamburg, give me a note, and we enjoy very much taking you around, because we are proud of what's going on here in North Germany, World Competence Center of Sound Instrument Construction. But it's spreading all over, and so it will be at a certain time. It's kind of history. Remember when North Germany was the only place where they constructed very well gongs, and Martin Blese, he is the only person who is able to build a singing bowl with the intended frequency. Because when you jump into the different concepts of sound healing, and particularly into the concept of integral sound healing, then at a certain time you're expected to study the signs of the order frequencies of nature as it has been presented by Hans Cousteau, the cosmic octave, and I read a quote from this, and well, this is his only book so far available in English. So try to get your copy, and well, the secret is, if you have it, because I met some people. They got the book and they said, yes, it looks good. Everybody is impressed. I have the book of Hans in my shelf, but it's why is it so difficult to read? Well, it's so difficult to read because you didn't receive the manual, and I'm going to hand out this manual right now as a kind of gift, as an insight, because when you're watching the Sound magazine, you expect to receive some information that you only get in the Sound magazine, like secret informations, top information that make your life as a sound practitioner being more complete. And the secret is that you have to start at page 42, right? It's not in a normal book. You start at page 1. Well, it's interesting, but you get lost. It will not carry your mind. Start at page 42. So this is the secret that I wanted to share with you on this beautiful Sunday morning, which is the first morning of the Sound magazine in English, and I've seen there are already some people writing interesting things in there. I'm very happy. I have people watching it live. We were just discussing with Kim. It's because the internet situation in Germany is not so stable. It would be more convenient if we would pre-produce it and just hand it out. But then I said, well, now the excitement of being live is missing, and also if you just throw in any comment, I could react to it. So more interesting, right? So, and still we have a plan. Yes, we have so many informations to hand out, because yes, we started in '84 doing it professionally, now having the experience of having sound competence centers all over the planet, and inviting you to become part of this network, and even maybe you want to travel in this network yourself, if you have something to share, or if Sean is taking his beautiful gongs around. I will tell you all the places to go, but you don't need me, because people come to you and said you are the amazing guy doing so nice instruments. You don't need me, Sean, but I love you very much. I appreciate you doing so much. So yes, we have connections, of course. We have partners with all, even if companies are somehow in normal, or let's say in society, would be considered as concurrents to each other. In the sound world, we're trying to incorporate it all to be one group. And so we have a next part, a very special department or a chapter in the Sound magazine. And let's go right into have some news. It's so hard. I feel the heat. It's almost burns me. Well, why does it say super hot? Well, it needed the word to be put in, right? And so if you have a better word, but no, it's super hot. We have hottest information in the world of the sound music biz, because if you are a professional, then you not only you want to be sure you are up to date, and we have a update from the sound biz that amazed me, and I kindly ask for my next slide to be like thrown in by my amazing assistant Kim, and here it is. So what you see, when I came across, everybody know about the company Meinl. It's the big thing in the worldwide sound healing market. They are doing so great, they are so busy. A lot of companies are even afraid, oh my god, Meinl Sonic Energy is going to become the #1 player. And for those who are involved, for your practitioners, yes, it's a great company, and they came out with a complete new set of gongs. Now, not only one, a whole edition. Remember, just recently we celebrated the Pies de Gong, bronze gongs. We celebrated them all through the years, and the community did not even integrate all the potential of the amazing bronze gongs. But now, Meinl came up and topped it with the Chakra Gong series. Well, first of all, I say congratulations to Udo and the team. Wow, you nailed it one more time, and I'm very happy for you. Looking at the gongs, they're so new, I don't even have one here in my studio yet. I'm going to have it soon. Looking at the gongs, I can tell that they are very well done, and I guess who's doing them. These are special informations, right? You will find out yourself who probably is the maker, the originator of these gongs. I can tell, yes, they're from North Germany, yes. Now they're different from the other ones. The gongs look really good. One little thing that some people, I'm very sure, start to discuss is why are these gongs called chakra gongs? Why these are not makra gongs but chakra gongs, and what does it mean? I could see that in the descriptions they also refer to the cosmic octave, and I say, well, yes, you know, Hans calculated the frequencies of the planets, and there was a relationship figured out to the chakras. But if you are really dare to speak about chakras and you are not aware of the existence of the work of Kurt Leland, I only have the German book here, it's the chakra system. It's a historical research on the concepts of the chakra. How did it happen? How is it possible that everybody in the world speak about chakras? How many people speaking about chakras have actually seen a chakra? Ask yourself, how many chakras have you seen? So now we have these beautiful gongs, and they are amazing, and the way you market it and the way you promote it, well, it's your decision. People will discuss it, and Meinl Sonic Energy, you have to be ready to discuss the topic on chakras. People will nail you on that. Well, and I certainly will as well. But above this, the community can be very, very happy to have more good gongs. There cannot be enough gongs around the world. Even Paiste is not able to fulfill the demand on gongs. So if you want to order gong, you must even wait sometimes. So it's a hot topic, right? And if you are thinking of rearranging or editing to your economy, so by now you heard, yes, operating with sound is due to the Swiss research protocol or not study is a value, has a perspective, and the instruments are getting better. Like in the 80s, there were no instruments that hold the frequencies of the planet, as we have many of them now. Okay, so it's all phenomena, it's good, and we do appreciate that Meinl Sonic Energy came up with this new edition, and I'm very sure they will be excellent gongs to play with, to work with, and we will keep this in our observation, and we will report particular once we have them here in our studio. So now what's next? Do we have any other bizz kind of news? Well, we have one example. Also, this is an invitation. If you have a certain bizz going on, send us your information. And for example, we have, yes, please go on. Send us your information of how you are doing it. And like we want to promote your activities. And what you see right here is a friend of us, and she's doing 100 days sound journey in India, Radiant Lotus Wellness Mission. Oh, let's go. Oh, as years, thank you, good. Sound healing energy, and it is a training that is no, it's not a training. I think it's a daily meditation going on. So and yeah, if you feel you want to see how somebody's doing it, you know, connect with Vibha. Greetings, by the way. I appreciate your work a lot. Wow, we have so many partners, so many friends around the world. Well, I feel that we should. So before we jump on, I just want to invite you, send us your activities, send us your flyers. We will promote them, we will make your name, we will promote your name and support your activity, because it is, networking is important. It's not you alone, right? And it's us being together, and we're looking forward to create huge sound orchestras. Like in the sound music, it's a new style of music. Before we had the time of the rock music, the rock and roll, but now rock and roll music is old school. It is almost as old as Mozart, a little bit not as old as Mozart, right? But what I want to say, it's old music, even if some people say, well, come on, I'm doing it very contemporary, right? But I mean, come on. It's all kind of repetition, and even the modern rock music is very much digitalized. And it's interesting cliches, but the music of our time is sound music. It's intuitive music. It comes from the moment. It takes gongs, singing bowls, dancing and singing and chanting all together. And we have a very nice example how we did a performance the other day. I think it was not even 2 years ago, with our partner in Hong Kong, fabulous Martha Collard from the Red Door Studio, the biggest gong studio in Southeast Asia. So if you say, oh my God, I want to do a gong studio, I want to invite people, I want to do performance, well, become inspired by the activities of all the others who are already doing it, and have a look at our great activity with Martha Collard in Hong Kong Harbor. Wonderful to have the vibrations with the ambience of the city and the background, or actually it's somehow in the middle of the city, the middle of the harbor, but having nature around, it's a fantastic opportunity to experience the vibrations of the gongs.
These particular gongs are also tuned to the frequencies of the planets, surrounded on all sides by water, as well as the sky above us. So truly, we're taking the gongs, we're taking the vibrations of the gongs, and we're connecting heaven and earth to create a unique experience.
Gong bath is actually my first experience, and it's amazing. Giving me a positive energy. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Very calming, very settling, because you feel like the resonance and the vibration inside the body.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a very nice way to relax and calm down in such a crazy city like Hong Kong.
the sound celebration at Harbor City, Hong Kong. This was really nice event, and it was a huge effort from a huge team and so much competence in the production. And first of all, it not necessarily must be as huge as what the example you have right seen, right? This was a kind of very special event that even I myself, I don't have that spectacular event like every year, only from times to times, and it takes kind of build up. So yes, Hong Kong, wow, it's now I got some Hong Kong is missing you, thank you. Yes, I miss you as well. So now, but even in Hong Kong, the friends, why we are doing the sound music culture is not so much for the purpose of handing out a great show like you did, you're doing I don't know, like a Disney show or a musical show where people would sit in front and see the show going on stage, and the stories and the songs in the show, well, of course they must touch the people emotionally, otherwise they wouldn't be successful. It must be good stories, okay? But what I see, there is a difference in sound music. The participants are becoming more creative. So as a participant, you might have your singing bowl, your trigon, your little instrument, and you become part of the event, and you are sharing your doings with the others, and you create a morphogenetic field, vibrational field. And if the conductor of this moment is aware of the order frequencies of natures, or if you look at the astronomical constellation and you are able to get the intervals in the raga of the moment, there is so much let's say science, there is so much competence that you can put into this moment. But even if you just have one singing bowl, you go outside, sit under a tree or sit on the beach, or you cannot go outside because you are locked in, as we are in Germany for, like, I think for the third time, and probably some of you as well. I can tell if you have a singing bowl or a gong, you won't be alone, because the vibration will nourish your cells and nourish your activate your emotions and make life easier, and will even support your survival in this moment. So it's a huge spectrum of activities. And having a look at the comments, I'm very thankful for having a lot of comments today. Thank you very much. Of course, it's live, it's YouTube, and if you do YouTube, you like thumbs up, you like ideas to discuss things, and if somebody is not liking something that much, well, start a discussion, but please stay polite, no need to be embarrassed, or if you don't like it, you just jump to another channel. There are so many beautiful channels out there, no problem. And of course, you want to subscribe as well. I don't know, I'm not sure if I want subscribers. Yes, sure, I want subscribers. I want to see how it goes for me, because I have this channel like for 10 years and nothing is happening. And I look out and others have huge content, and I say, well, I should do better. So, right, and I want to do better. So this is something, when your life comes back with sound, there will always be this point, well, I can do more. I don't need to go to sleep. This is not the end of my life. The life is just starting yet. I have the vibration, the energy to make a very good vibrational life and share this. This is the purpose of sound music. And so it's interesting. So the question is, what's the best equipment to conduct and sound recording? Oh my God, this is it's a profession to like the best is, start simple, start according to your options. And today it is so, let's say, more easy than ever before due to the evolution of electronics. You can have one laptop, you have one mic, you have a sound card, and you can do anything. It depends very much on the time that you decide to invest in studying the technical circumstances, and it depends on your talents. And if it's your talent, no, I just want to use it, I just want to my talent is playing, performing gongs, singing bowls, or do the singing, you go find a friend, team up, create a network. And if you have any question, you go ask this, my friend Frank de Christina. He is one of the a very skilled technical routinier, and if I would have a question, I would just ask Frank, right? So yes, let's go back to the Sound magazine. I'm somehow running out of the time frame I set up for myself. Well, yes, which is it a good sign? I consider it as being a good sign, because yesterday I did it in German, and it's so interesting. So it's the same thing, but in German it feels different. The words, of course, are different, but also the thoughts are different. And I was not sure if I come along doing it in English, but well, I'm doing my best. And if sometimes the words are not pronounced in the right way, like this word I learned this morning, it's this word. Let me do it again. And we were even checking it out. Hitherto. He has hitherto known. Bisher. Hitherto. I never heard this word. So, new things. There are a lot of new things important for proper contemporary sound work. And also our next rubric format chapter is about new things. The mallets, my lord. What I have, 86,422 mallets I counted the other day, and I have some containers of much more mallets in containers in front of the city. They're waiting to be used and checked out. And to make mallets, it's a science for itself. And if you have one instrument, you should have many mallets, and it makes your instrument becoming a different instrument. And it's so, and some are good and some are not. Well, what is good, what is not so good, you will find out yourself. What is your concept of quality? Of course, there is one, as long as it strikes the instrument, it's a good thing. Yeah, if you feel like that, do it. And so now, Mallet Kunde, the science, the art of malleting. I'm a friend of boxes, so people send me boxes, I mean, of course, with content. Just don't send me any boxes. If you feel like you want to send me a box, be sure that something interesting is in for a sound worker, okay? So I got this, well, there should be a word beyond amazing, fantastic, fabulous, exciting. I got this exciting box the other day, and well, it just comes like this, and it's from a company called Marimba, like the instrument. And in Germany we have very specific technology, very, very skilled people, and they are focusing on mallets as well. And they sent me a whole set of their new products. The Marimba, Bielefeld is the city, and this mallet, if you are interested in mallets at all, and if you don't have this mallet, your life will never be complete. I'm very sorry to say this. Why is this? It is the caoutchouc. It's done. It has a metal core inside, and the weight is the way it works. Well, at least for people doing the integral technique. So if you have the mallet, like it's not only the hand hitting with the mallet, no, not the hand. All the body is transferring its movement to the mallet. So the mallet comes into the fold of the thumb and the pointing finger. Then it's always the little pinky comes here. And so you have this way of bouncing it forth and back, or flip bounce. And there is this video with where I explained it on the gongs with the pop 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 effect. Wow, I love the. Do I love? Yes, the effect is very interesting. And and when you have these kind of playing, no thumbs on the grip, so it bounces back. And when the mallet bounces at the instrument, you want to be sure that the mallet itself has no sound, but is adequate striking the instrument in in a way that you hear the instrument and not the mallet, but the full instrument, the potential of the instrument. So now I'm supposed to try it on one of the instruments here, but I will tell tomorrow night I will have a sound meditation going on, and then I will play with this amazing new mallets from the company Marimba with this amazing couch. And also I was not part of the process developing it, because this is a science. They will not let you into the laboratory, but I've been in the researches when they were at Martin's place. Yes, Martin is also very interesting in terms of researching technical details. And the nice thing is he's sharing all that on his YouTube channel as well. So if you are saying, well, I want to start doing it myself, right? Yes, you can, and check it out. It's so interesting. And I like it very much that, as well as all the information on the Cosmic Octave, all the details are for free available. So that's a good thing. Well, I'm afraid this mallet will, at a certain point, you have to buy it. And the skills that are in this mallet are amazing. So I will make this become my mallet 86,429, I think, get a number. But you will see this mallet on Sunday night. Yes, so yes, and this Gongtopia channel has done some videos on recording recently. Oh yes, there are beautiful gong videos outside there, and I love YouTube so much. That's also why I said I want to deliver more of my content to share on YouTube. I love this channel, and as long as somebody is watching or asking questions, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy about the any feedback, right? So getting back there, and it says, oh, can you talk about the neo-shamanism? You're talking about the Klangmag. Well, this is a very, very interesting topic indeed. And now when I look at the time frame, my time is somehow running off. I have some more programs on my chapters on my script here, and I will find a way. I will get it to this, Teresa. Thank you for your interest. Now you got me. You got me. Like when we do sound music, how do we know why are we doing what? And where do we get the inspirations from? So people have the tendency to look in the past and see what has been around in the past, and then we take the things from the past and make them becoming things in the here and now reality, which is good to a certain extent. But what happened if the activities from the past had so different environments? For example, when Murray Schafer speaks about the evolution of soundscapes, how contemporary technology, culture comes up with a sound environment that is even creating deafness, right? So if somebody writes a poem 500 years ago, his mind could probably become more easy one with the open space of non-infected biological matrix radiation fields of all layers. It has been different, and the sound has been different. Like I heard recordings even in the 50s. The noises of the industrializations haven't been around. So now today it is much different. We have a different environment. And the entities that used to be around, they have changed their spaces where they would live in. So we cannot take the content of traditional shamanism and get this into the time of the here and now. We have to find out new ways of communicating with the spheres. Well, however, this is if you are interested in my thoughts, ask for the Sound magazine or ask your local Sound Competence Center. So where is the Sound magazine from Jens? I want to read the article on neo-shamanistic, or of course it should be an issue. Like this is the new style. We don't need so much hardware copies, well, gongs you still need hardware copies, right? Yes, even if we have on SoundCloud, but it gives so much options. or that we can do things. And YouTube is a fantastic channel, and well, start to create your content, start to create your Zooms. If you do Zooms and you need sound cards, you need some skills. It's very difficult not just put on Zoom and expect it to be anything close to good or perfect. It's not possible. It takes time, it takes a network of competence, it takes routines, and then you will do very, very good. And your profession as a sound worker will evolve. The good thing is, if you decide to become a sound worker, you will be perfect on the first day of your activity. You don't have to study 3 or 5 years. Yes, you will be different in 3 or 5 years, of course, but from the first day on, you will be able to deliver a perfect professional experience. And particularly if you are aware of the frequency of the months. The frequency of the months, in this case the frequency of the moon. I'm sure we're going to see the data soon. So if you want to know why do planets, well, the moon is not a planet, but it's a celestial body. Why do celestial bodies have frequencies? This is, you will research the cosmic octave. You will research or you don't have to research them because they already have been researched. You just have to use them. And if you have a tuning fork that is in alignment with the moon, vibrating it was 210 hertz in the 29th octave of 29th cycle of the moon, moving from one new moon to the other. So then you have this frequency available, and phonophorese, you will just strike it and apply it on your body, and then you have the effect perfectly available. You don't have intellectually understand the process of how it comes to this number. If you want, you can. In audionic integral sound work, you have all sides. You have the scientific calculating side, but you can also be on the other side of the rainbow, being fully intuitive and have a very and create the resonance with very simple doing. And also it has a beat, so if you want to have if you want to have the shamanic, the neo-shamanic activity, then if you look at the data sheet, you will see, oh, you have 49 beats or 98 beats. You take your iPhone, get the beat right. But the frequency of the moon is the frequency of the month, because due to the evolutionary part of our our development, it is looking at the moon in former times has given us the idea that there is kind of rhythm going on, and this rhythm of the moon is affecting us, and being synchronized with the path, the rhythm of the moon through a year gives us all the perspectives of the zodiac archetypes. And it stands for, of course, the flow of the emotion. And the emotions are not the stories. We have the stories and we have the emotions. So we go through the cycle of the year, going through different perspectives and having our emotional setup being integrated. And this is why I suggest that having the frequency of the moon at hand as much as possible enables you to integrate your emotional needs or your emotional desires or your emotional longings, because sometimes we can simply not be as emotionally outside, particularly if I would go out and I would be fully emotionally, well, I don't know where they would take me. I don't want to know it even. So how do I deal with my emotion? But when I have the tuning fork and I have the vibrational space or the quality, then I have a way to live with this part that's in me, and I'm not having to suppress, I'm integrating it. So this is a very nice strategy that the sound work is delivering, is giving you. And once you have it, try on yourself, try on your friend, on your neighbor, on your kids, on the tree, on the on your dog, on your kitty. Everybody loves phonophorese, and this is a major discipline in the field of activities of integral sound work. Yes, the phonophorese. So I'm already 10 minutes behind, but I will not leave the Sound magazine without my very favorite chapter. I did it in YouTube before, and I thought it was successful because I got feedback all the time, and it's a kind of game, and you have a chance to win something. You win a moon tuning fork if dang, haha, here is my guess what is in the box of month of April, first time in Sound magazine on my YouTube channel. It's an amazing box, it's huge, it's called fragile, it's fragile, it's fragile, everyone understands what it's what is inside. So if you give a guess what is in the box, you might be a lucky winner of a moon tuning fork or a sun tuning fork, or maybe, I don't know. Give a right guess what is in the box, and then next edition, which will be latest in 1 month because we want to prepare good content, then we will check it out who is the winner. If more than one person makes the right guess, I might make a draw. It depends. So what is in this box? Yes, it's a great one. And it's so interesting, and I can't wait. So yes, the box name is done. And so I think with this box on my shoulder, I will say goodbye for today. And I had a good time. I hope you had a good time as well. Still, even when this magazine is over, you are invited to send me questions. You are or give proposals or send me your promotion so we can integrate that. And so it was a pleasure being out here delivering my content from my heart, my vision of sound music to make this world a better place with cosmic vibration. Let's do it together. Thank you very much.